and Jordan Poole. Here's what we know. Jordan Poole played great in his first game after the punch, and Draymond's taking time away from the team. Rumors that this was rooted in contract disputes or what's going to happen in the offseason, and that Jordan Poole hasn't spoken to Draymond. That's kind of out there. Brew, do you expect this drama to spill over into the season?
Well, look, if it's true that Jordan Poole has not forgiven Draymond and this is going to fester, then yeah, it could. I think ultimately it won't derail them, and I got to give Jordan Poole credit because what we've seen of him, just whether it's shooting jump shots on the court in practice or what he's done in these exhibition games since the punch, he looks like this has not impacted his playing ability. And that's good because a lot of guys, this might be in your head. You're worried about what people are saying, and it impacts your game. So I'll give him credit. I also say this about Draymond. I liked his apology. I got to admit, I thought the apology was good, was sincere, was strong. He talked about embarrassing Jordan, embarrassing Jordan's family, the whole 9 yards. And I understand how it's tough for Jordan Poole to forgive him. But I think Jordan Poole has to understand the best thing for him internally, for the team, is for him to forgive Draymond. Even if he comes out publicly, he'll be asked about it. So if he says something, if he's asked about it, I think he's got to. If he wants the team to be successful, he's got to forgive and move on.
Or you could ask him to trade him.
Nah, that wouldn't sit well. I don't think that sit well with the vets unless Steph and Clay want him to be traded.
So here's the thing about
you
Draymond's
don't want to
apology.
disrupt that.
So here's the thing about Draymond's apology. I do think it was an excellent apology. And I do think he was incredibly sincere. And I also do think that it will have no impact on his ability to prevent something like this again. And that's the problem. So watching Draymond's apology, what it reminded me of, and Brew, maybe you had this experience with your twin girls, maybe not, but I think a lot of parents that have parented kids through their teenage years, it felt like one of those conversations where the kid is adamant how sorry they are. And they feel badly they've disappointed you. And they know they've made a mistake. And then 6 weeks later, they're faced with the exact same set of circumstances, and they make the exact same set of choices. Because they're kids, and their brains aren't fully developed, and they just can't help themselves. The problem is Draymond's not a teenager, he's a 32-year-old man, but he clearly can't help himself. Draymond, we have about once a year over the last 6 years, we have an incident that is unique to Draymond. Now, sometimes they come in clusters, and then he goes a long time without them, but we have seen him almost fight his coach. We have seen him get suspended in the NBA Finals because of, in a span of 6 weeks, 3 instances on the court. Body slamming Michael Beasley, kicking Steven Adams, and punching at LeBron. We then saw him slap the kid at Michigan State, which nobody seems to remember but me, but that is still not the act of an adult. Go to a college bar and slap a college student because you got mad at him. The incident with Kevin Durant, and now this. And I feel like there was one
this
other.
This is by far
the worst,
stuff.
Of course. Oh, and the thing during the playoffs against the Grizzlies when he ended up getting kicked out and then was like taunting the crowd, and we were talking about the flagrant foul stuff. He can't help himself. And I think the Warriors, when you saw the Kerr quotes, Wilds, that he gave to, I think it was Tim Kawakami, when he just seemed resigned and to the fact that, yeah, we're here again. We're dealing with this again. I think they believe Draymond that he's sincere. I think they believe him that he feels bad. Do you think they trust him that something like this won't happen again?
Not to punch. I don't think he's going to punch a team. But he's going to be volatile in terms of what he says.
You don't have to.
But this doesn't have to happen again.
To slug a teammate for your inability to control your emotions to be a disaster for your team. It's happened so many times, and so that's why I think it's a real issue that absolutely could affect the season.
So I'm worried about the very foundation of the Warriors' culture being fractured. Steve Kerr was always out there saying, "I know what we do, play with joy." Well, that's going to be tough. The other thing is that one of your main leaders of your team, your most vocal leader, now has lost a position of authority because he's on video punching a guy. Here's the other thing that I think is very odd. I'm going to run through names of guys on the Warriors for you, Brew. Tell me if you think they're going to have a better year, the same year, or a worse year. Ready? Jordan Poole.
Better.
Wiseman.
Better.
Clay.
Better.
Kuminga.
Better.
Moses Moody.
Better.
Okay. Are the Warriors going to be better? You probably not. All those guys are going to be better, but there's something on the foundation that's broken.
No, the reason I pause because to be better, they have to win the championship again. I mean, they might be a better team in the regular season.
You got 6 guys who are going to be much better.
The Clippers are going to be better. So it's going. Are they going to be? They might be better, but still lose to the Clippers or the Bucks.
Clippers, you got your
The Clippers.
Clippers optimism. The story about Draymond. You know what, guys?
Ever heard of John Wall?
What about the Nets?
Ever heard of Kawhi Leonard? The Nets will be better.
Yeah, the Nets will be better. Look at Paul George.
The Nets will be better. I'm tripping.
I mean, no.
It's a story about the
Have you seen the John Wall highlights in the preseason?
He can't help himself.
You know?
He just can't help
like a moth
himself.
to a
It's the
flame.
Clippers.
Y'all act like I'm talking about the
Clippers siren
the
song.
Kings. Come on.
Unbelievable.
They gonna be tough. I'm with you, Clippers.
Yeah, they know. They know. They watch the show every day. Why are the Chiefs the underdogs? We discuss next.